Welcome, my friends of the interwebs, and welcome to the Voodoo Kitchen North. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make dandelion tea. But before I begin that, I need to make a couple of quick announcements. One is that the guy that won my cutlery lover contest, he just posted his reveal video showing everyone what he won. So if you're interested in that, feel free, check him out. Listen, sub to this dude, he's a cool dude. But you'll find that video in my favorites, or he attached it to my last cutlery lover video where I, was doing the drawing, and Kiji-san ended up doing the drawing. But anyway, you'll find it, dude. He's a cool dude. The other announcement is that I've been on my Voodoo Politics channel doing videos on illegal immigration. And this last video that I did is just, I can't get it under 10 minutes, so I'm going to post it to the Mad Bad Voodoo channel. So if you're not down with politics, or you don't want to be in on a discussion of illegal immigration, just don't watch that one. If you are down with that, and you didn't know that I had done a series on that on my Voodoo Politics channel, you can go to my Voodoo Politics 1 channel and check out the first and the second video on that series. So anyway, just a heads up on that. All right. Dandelion tea. Now there's a couple of different ways you can make dandelion tea. One is you can use the flowers, the yellow flower part, the little petals, and that's what we're doing today. The other way you can make dandelion tea is to use the root, which is a liver cleanse, which I also do, and I'll do another video on that a little down the road. But today's going to be the flower part of the tea. Now, a couple of things you're going to need. You're going to need a pair of shears, some kitchen shears, or scissors some people call them. You're going to need about, I would say 7 or 8 decent sized dandelions. Now I've taken the liberty of already doing a bunch of these, so I'm only going to actually show you with one of them. You're going to need obviously a teacup and some hot water. Okay. Oh, and probably most important thing you're going to need is a steeper. Some of you may have never seen a steeper before. You can get these almost anywhere. I got this one here, I think at Kroger's, which is a food chain in Ohio, several other states. But Walmart has them. This is not my favorite one. I can't find my favorite one. My favorite one's more of a ball than this, and it's more mesh. This one's just basically metal with little holes in it. So, okay. And you may want to have some kind of sweetener, whether that's honey, or you can put lemon in this, or sugar, whatever you want to sweeten it with. I've gotten away from most sweeteners. I do use a little honey from time to time, but for the most part I've trained myself not to need the sweetener, and that's actually worked out pretty well for me. Okay, now you can rinse these off if you want. I don't. I used to, but then I figured, what's the point? Understand this, if you've never gardened before, I know most people show up at the grocery store and they, just buy their food prepackaged, whether it's meat, vegetables, whatever. They never actually see the processing. When you pick these in your lawn, there's a very good chance that you may see on one or two of them a little bug, whether it be an ant or some kind of other another one of God's little creatures. Listen, there is no such thing as vegetables in the store that haven't at one time had an ant or a bug on them. I mean, that's just a fact. You can, rinse them off, flick them off, whatever you want to do, but that by no means does that destroy the dandelion. Like I said, if you buy a stalk of celery in the grocery store, trust me, at one time in its life, it's had a bug on it. That's just the way it is. So try not to be too delicate about things like that. And if you end up eating a bug, it's just a little extra protein. Basically, you just snip the yellow flowers. Try not to get underneath. You'll see that there's the greenery. Do your best to limit the amount of the green that you put in this, because the green can be just a little bitter, and you're not going for bitter. There are tons of dandelions for the most part, so don't worry about getting every little petal. But yeah, it's just basically as easy as it gets. Doesn't get any easier than this. And a little bit green in there, but that's okay. A little green's not going to hurt anything. So you end up with that. Then you take your steeper, open her up, and pack the steeper with the dandelion. And once you've done that, you just stick that in your round. Actually, we'll do that last. Fill your cup, your teacup, with boiling water. Okay. And then just throw her in there. And you're going to let this steep for about 5 minutes. You don't really have to do this. Some people do. But for the most part, you know, let it steep for 5 minutes. And then in the end, you can kind of just give it a little bit of a stir. And it's that simple. It's that easy. Then you're going to have dandelion tea. You might get, depending on your steeper, you might get a little petal or two. Just kind of pick those out if you want. Or not. You can eat those. Those are perfectly edible. The dandelion is a phenomenal part of nature that we should all be utilizing. I mean, and it's, once again, free food. Now, Tom Searson did make the dandelion eating video, which I thought was hilarious, but he doesn't know what he's missing. Some people will take the petals of the dandelion and, or excuse me, the flower head of the dandelion, and they will put them into a batter and fry them. And it's perfectly good too. It's an awesome way to eat them. Things to remember about the dandelion: that if you're going to eat the greens, try to do so before they get flowers on them. So early spring, they won't really be bitter then. But once they get flowers on them, you can still eat the greens, but they get a little bit on the bitter side. As far as the roots, you can harvest those anytime. Dig those out and dry them. There's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can roast them and then grind them up in like a coffee grinder. And you can actually add those to coffee to extend your coffee. Or you can do what I do, is just dry them out and then grind them up. I don't roast them, I just grind them up. And then I'll stick them in a steeper like this, and I will make a tea out of it, and that's my liver cleanse. And I do that every few months. And harvest all your dandelion roots as early as you can and have them dried out, and then you can make the tea every few months throughout the year. And yeah, it's a great way to treat your liver. So now I'm no doctor, so you know I make no warranties to what I'm saying here. But all I can tell you is I've done it for a very long time, and this is something that's kind of been around forever and ever and ever and ever. So anyway, that for the most part is how you make dandelion tea. Like I said, you could add a sweetener to this if that's something you really needed. I hope you enjoy. I hope you try this. If you do try this, please let me know what you think of it. And if anybody has any questions, absolutely feel free to hit me up in the comment section. And hey, everybody take care.